I know you watch a lot of playoff basketball. I know you've been watching some of the NBA too. You guys got involved with the Indiana-New York series, and the Liberty struck first, obviously, on the WNBA side. But watching the Indiana Pacers, they also play 5-out like the Liberty do as well. Has there been anything that you've been watching in the NBA playoffs and you're like, you know what, maybe we might want to kind of implement this on our side?
No, 100%. We have a close relationship to the Pacers staff, by the way. So yeah, we're always watching and seeing what other teams are doing, and we love the pace. But you also see how defense wins games, doesn't it? Because the game can change, and New York found the right rotations out there and took the flow out of Pacers, who have played such an entertaining style. I love it. But yeah, I think all coaches, that's part of our evolution, our innovation is, seeing what we can steal that complements the players we have, because you can't just put everything thinking it's going to work. You got to have the right players. But yeah, it's been great basketball.
And do you think Indiana, the Indiana Fever and New York Liberty could ever get to rivalry level that the Knicks and the Pacers are?
Probably. No doubt about it. Look, I think Steph's doing a great job down there. I thought they brought in some really complementary great pieces for around their big three. Caitlin, Boston's gone to another level, and it's still a young team that's going to continue to grow. And rivalries are great for our league. I think that's good. It creates a lot more narratives, doesn't it?
How's she doing? We don't see her out here today.
Yeah, she'll still be questionable. She had an appointment today, so that's why you don't see her. She had to scoot away. We're hopeful, but we'll see. We talk about our depth, and that's what we'll lean into.
What's the appointment for exactly?
Just a maintenance appointment. Okay. Yeah. Just a checkup. She'll be back.
Has there been any message to the team regarding rebounding and securing these balls? That's something that we're kind of struggling with.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of talk about that. We're pretty crap at the moment, aren't we? But that's okay. We know we're a great rebounding team, and it's just creating those habits. We don't have them right now, so we've got to get some sense of urgency, and this is what we'll track this week. And that's, we haven't played nowhere near our best ball, and that's been not very good.
That third quarter whatever day it is. That third quarter, you guys did go away from the ball movement, took a lot of tough threes, but were able to kind of regroup and be intentional about getting the ball back inside. Is that just what the identity of this team has to be?
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. We haven't come out of the third quarters really well lately, so that's something we want to focus on. But any time we go away from what works, we're our own worst enemy. We didn't get enough stops. Our defense was very average at best. We took away the pace that gave us the advantages early. So, but yeah, once we right that, you see that we can change it. We have a veteran team, so attention to detail. We just got to do that. We can't come out and not compete at the right level.
Sandy, how much was it about scrambling out of the traps on the ball screens, especially when it came to the Caitlin Aaliyah pick and roll, which, they were pretty successful against you all.
Yeah, no, we were terrible though. We didn't do what we were supposed to. Mm-hmm. So, we've worked on it a little bit. Our positioning on the ball, our positioning off the ball wasn't right there. So, but we've got to impact the ball better. But we didn't shrink the floor very well. They had too many points in the paint, easy ones, because we're worried about our own man, which is not how we play if you actually watch us. So that's something that we can we work on, and remember that that's how we do it.
When you say shrink the floor, what do you mean by that?
Just close the gaps. Where everyone's guarding their man in the corner, and the middle of the paint was wide open. Now Caitlin's great, obviously, but we weren't up the touch. We weren't. There's too much separation everywhere, and when you're on that, she's a great passer.
That's how you wanted to defend the wall.
Yeah. And then our positioning behind it, like where's the help coming from? A short roll in the game is one of the hardest ones to defend if it gets out. That's the hardest one, isn't it? But we've got to be more disruptive at the point of the screen with our hands and getting deflections. We only had 13. We're lucky we won the game with the kind of defense we played.
And Leo, any update on
Yeah, she's back. You saw her. She's feeling good. So that was tough when we lost her and Niara. They're two key players for us, but we found it.
First time you're going to see Caitlin Martin since she went to the Valkyrie. I was wondering, how tough was it to lose someone like her?
Yeah, no, we love KT. Obviously, we knew we were going to lose someone in the expansion draft, and no surprise that's who they took, because she's such a great culture person, great leader, and competes at such a high level. So, she's loved here. We certainly miss her, but we're excited that she gets this great opportunity in a new expansion to lead a new team.
What have you made of the Barclays so far? Just 3 games in, 2 games obviously. What have you thought
They
of
got better and better. They shoot a lot of threes. There's a lot of freedom. But showing a lot of different things on defense. But they're playing. They're just playing. They're playing hard. They're just coming out and competing, and that's I think Natalie's done a great job of that.
I just want to follow up on Marie. Obviously, there were moments when Caitlin and Cunningham were on, and those aren't all defensive players. So I guess how is it something that maybe Marine works with you all to make sure that she's aware of hunting some of those individual matchups?
Yeah, look, we want Marine to hunt all the time. She's got the green light from me. Marine just has to see it and be aggressive and not get passive. So it's more like, Marine, we're backing you. It's not always going to be the best decision, but we want you in those actions. So Marine's just got to stay confident and aggressive.
I feel like you win the Fever game like 2 years ago. I mean, it seems like there was a lot of rhythms in that team that were very similar to your first year.
Yeah, no, probably not. And that's a part of the growth of the team, isn't it? Because usually everyone gets, things not going well, we start playing hero ball and doing our own thing. Whereas we just got to stay, we got to stay connected on all offensively and defensively. And you could remind them. So I could remind them, like, dude, what's that? What are we doing? Like, get back to our identity. And it starts with defense. And then we went on a 16-2 run because we had a little bit more purpose with what we're doing.
When you look at the arc of KB's career, someone who's like always been so talented, such an impact player, but it's a league where it's so tough to make a roster. What does it say about her work ethic, and also like how much of an advantage is it to just be able to have a home and like be in one place in terms of development?
Yeah, look, obviously it's a big learning curve for her last year. Didn't always get the minutes, but we always believed in her. She was injured a lot, and then trying to learn a new system and fit in around it. But in the off season, it's like, this is your opportunity. So we gave her a lot of confidence. We poured into her and to play. And, I told her, you're going to have a role this year. So it helps when you're getting minutes in that consistency to help to go out and play well. She's playing freely, She made a few mistakes when I first put her in the other day, but I needed her to play through that because last year I probably would have taken her out. But she's got a longer leash now, so but we like what she's been doing, and excited to see how we continue to grow her.
A few more.
Officiating has kind of been a hot button issue with the WNBA. I'm not trying to bait you into a fine with what I'm about to ask, but the NBA has like a 2-minute report, the last 2-minute report where they just go through the last 2 minutes. Do you think the WNBA adopting something similar might be helpful just for official accountability, but also, could settle some debates for
I think it'd be a great idea. Obviously, I don't make those decisions there, and but the officiating in the NBA, everyone's talking about that. So we have to, as a team, you just have to prepare them and not let them take us out of what we want to do. But I think that 2-minute rule, it could be. I think that's great. And I think I saw a tweet from you. You said it's an education for the fans too.
Yeah.
Because they see something like, oh, was it a foul?
Yeah.
Not really. This is why. And it's it's a great time to, fans obviously going to uproar about their team and have, I'd be the same too. So, I think we just got to keep working together.